There we go. All right, let's see what we got over here in PV. We got a lot of players coming in here on the map. See, PV is definitely, you know, a death spot. Not too many people go into G7 compound, but it looks like we have a lot of people dive bombing this bottom right side of Pleasant Valley. Look at that. We have at least 10 people coming in here swinging. We got Nutty Plater, China Dinger, you know. So many people. Instagram, Detect. All of these players are going to be trying to get out of, you know, PV as soon as they can. Detect and Nutty Player right off each other. Cam Soda landed himself on the water tower, finding himself, you know, in a very, very difficult spot here. Prox and Han and Mundaleo coming out. Mundaleo being down first by Han with the AK spray. Miss Clutch picking up a kill on YouTube Starshipper, and Define Legit picking up a shotgun kill on Last Desires. A lot of people are going down. Still, Zeb, Spirits, you know, are in here. Detect, Instagram making his way out of the Jeep, trying to find a safe spot to loot. We got a lot of players dying on the map. You know, we got people scattered everywhere. We're going to be highlighting some of the places. We're going to go see if we can check out, you know, we got Gabe and Rhino Q over here at the G7 compound. We're going to see if we can find these guys. They're pretty spread out. I don't think these guys are going to be hitting each other anytime soon. They do have a long way to go. We're going to keep it centralized a little bit. Got Teenage at the Hillside Villas. You know, Res is relatively clear in Pleasant Valley. We're just going to see Ninja JJ going down to Fraction. Let's see if we can find some close people. Looks like Han is still in the game. Cam Soda and Detect right next to each other here by the hospital. Instagram looting the nerfed hospital. Well, Cam's... This man is playing for late game. This man is definitely playing for late game. The water tower strategy. Detect has no idea where he is. That's for sure. Go check out Cranberry. Looks like we have a lot of people over here. Sharima Wizard hanging out. Currently ranked, I think, 2 in North America. You know, looting these buildings, it's dangerous, especially looting in Cranberry. We got Measly. We got Chris TV. A lot of people here for sure. You're going to be seeing a lot of these people just kind of looting. You're not going to see too many players. We got Dropped and AZ really close to each other as well. Looks like we got fight breaking out in Pleasant Valley. The warehouses. Let me see if I can get over there fast. Oh, Han's still alive. Han got first blood. That's right. Let's see where are these players. We got a fight going on between Official Smexy and Timber the Skill Lord here. Shots coming out. AR. Now Smexy does have more room, you know, for this cover. He is going to be able to peek at more ideal opportunities, but it looks like he's going to back away from this fight here. JP2 is close in proximity as well. Smexy taking shots, just kind of retreating. He definitely does not want to, you know, push up too much in this case. JP2 right above him. Honestly, not a bad idea to just hang out in these buildings and wait, especially when you're going to be in Pleasant Valley like this. Like, you do not want to get caught out in Pleasant Valley. It is a death wish for sure. We got shots breaking out here. Got Clutch, Aporia, Hansen HD. So many players. Let's see if we can highlight any more fights. Scattered. We got Tom Dez, Da FPS, Prodigy Aces, Menma, and Cod Rush. Actually relatively close down here. Let's see, do we have any fights breaking out? Looks like nobody in the cities is really going to be moving here. Looks like we got a fight breaking out. Zeb actually taking out Instagram. Just missed that one. I apologize. Right here at the police department. Instagram is going down, giving Zeb some loot. But Zeb actually gets taken out by a barrel. Detect. Getting a free 2-hit Lammy. Getting all the loot he's going to need here from both players' bodies. That is rather unfortunate for Zed to go down to Detect like that. My man Prox. Okay, I'm seeing a correlation here. Cam Soda, CS Prox, former teammates with the strategies here. That is some impressive gameplay. Definitely top tier quality. We got Swaggerly exiting, you know, Pleasant Valley. He's definitely skeptical on where to go here. TV is definitely clearing out. We're not going to see too many fights. If anything, we're going to be maybe seeing a fight. We're going to go check out our guys over at 8 Mile and see what they're up to down over here. See if we can catch a glimpse of the boys. They are pretty close here. AZ is definitely going to run into Dropkid. Now, Dropkid is one of the scariest players of the game. He is definitely somebody you do not want to mess with here. We're going to be highlighting Drop. See what he's going to do. These players are bound to run into each other here. AZ is pushing up towards Drop. Drop is aware, taking shots. AZ, full HP. Did lose his makeshift armor, though. Dropped will be at an advantage here in case he decides to go for a shotgun fight. Jumps out over the staircase, takes a shot at AZ. 2 pumps into the chest, and down goes AZ. Dropkid with the kill. Well played, Drop. That opens up the rest of the loot for him. Well played. Not too much going on here around the map. A lot of players are going to be moving. We got Big K, Snotty G down here on the side of the map. Looks like we got Cod Rush and Soar. Gabe is on. Breaking out a fight north. I lost him. Here we go. Looks like the Cod Rush is living up to his name here. Taking shots. Cod Rush 3 versus Soar Gabe. Gabe Isman is going to try to get away. Cod Rush 3 jumping on top of his police car. Taking shots. Does not seem to connect any. Reloading his AK. Looks like he went for a throwable fight. Cod Rush number 2 actually takes out Lethal Menma on another side of the map. So it looks like we got some... Whoa! That's a glitched out camera function. I apologize. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Big K, Snotty G are pretty close to each other on the other side of the map. These guys aren't going to be doing anything. Looks like we got a fight breaking out over here on the bottom right corner of Pleasant Valley here. Naughty Player 123 versus Official. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm still locked to him. I'm sorry. I'm a noob. Oh, I missed the kill, too. I'm a rookie caster. Please forgive me. A rookie player, a rookie caster. All right, looks like Cranberry is going to be popping off here soon. Like, a lot of players will be safe. This safe zone is going to be centered around Spence Hills, everybody's favorite landmark on the map, that's for sure. Looks like we got Lindsay Buddy, Snotty J, and Big K all relatively close in the bottom. You know, Gabe's still hanging out at the G7 compound. Rhino Q has not moved at all. That's for sure. He's just hanging out there. You know, the people that are going to be up here, you know, Kyreg, Nightwalker, Da FPS, Prodigy Aces, Rough Sar, all these players are going to have to migrate soon. Imperial Hall, Cyval, you know, Attacker. Looks like we're going to have another fight breaking out over here between Attacker and Cod Rush 2. Cod Rush 2 did pick up a kill earlier on Menma. So we're going to have to see what he is capable of. See if he could take on Attacker. Oh, they're up here. The Cod Rush is definitely living up to his name, though. That is... Okay, all these cameras are glitched. Remind me not to use 5 through 9. Cod Rush 2 just kind of chasing Attacker here. PRG Simba being taken out of the game by Tez FPS. These guys are just kind of be going at it. Like, I get what they're going for, but you're got to be careful running up on somebody like Attacker. Attacker is no person to mess with. He's definitely somebody familiar with fighting. Looks like we got a fight breaking out. Cod Rush is taking. He has the parka and the bunny mask on. He's living up to his name. Attacker's going to take the opportunity to reposition here. Attacker taking shots back at Cod Rush, trying to turn, you know, the fight in his favor, wearing that deluxe new helmet, looking pretty fresh. Cod Rush number 2 going in right over here at Attacker. These guys are just going at it. Like, there's almost going to be no point, if one of them lands a shot on each other's armor, then I could see something happening here, but definitely not something we want to be looking at. We're going to have a lot of fights breaking out. Oh, over here at the G7 compound, we're going to try to catch some of this action here. Makes FPS is pretty close over here. Dread FPS taking shots as well. Makes taking down Dread FPS, getting back inside his police car. Wazidi now taking shots. You know, he's trying to hold down this force. This is pretty much dead center of the safe zone. He's pretty close. He has the ATV flexibility here. You know, there's going to be a lot of players here in these close proximities. Makes FPS still in hot pursuit. We got a little triangle going on right here for sure. Ballon G, a very prominent EU player off in the distance. Looks like we have a fight breaking out between Wazidi right here in COD Rush 3, but he's going to be taken from the side by Makes FPS if he's not careful. He's going to have to reposition with the ATV, taking 2 shots down to 1 HP and goes down to COD Rush 3 with the flank, turning the point of view into a 1v1 between Makes and COD Rush 3 here. COD Rush does not have a helmet. Looks like he's going to go for a smoke grenade. Did prep it during the jump in between both trees. Is able to reposition. Makes is unaware of which tree he's currently at here. Hits the nade. Does not look like it's going to connect. We're going to switch point of views to Makes. He does have the advantage here. Will he go for the COD Rush? Makes is trying to get an information on where he is. Flashbang coming out. COD Rush taking shots. Trying to hit the Enos with the Hizzy Tucks. Skin to win, baby. Makes wants this. He knows he doesn't have a helmet. Trying to get him off, you know, on a different angle here. Shots coming out. Makes does have the Kevlar on. This is going to be huge. COD Rush 3 does not want this fight. He knows he's going to get one tapped. He knows he's at a disadvantage. If anything, he's just trying to frustrate Makes into making a misstep here and definitely messing up. COD Rush 3 not taking any shots. I think Makes is going to back away from this or go for the rush. He looks like he's getting impatient. We got a lot of players coming out of the gas here. Cranberry's going to be forced together. Prodigy Aces, Crossover, Fiction, and all trying to get out to a fight over here. We're going to back away from this fight. Looks like he goes for the rush. Makes coming out, does not have an armor on, and actually gets outplayed by COD Rush number 3. That is a huge rookie mistake by Makes FPS, getting too impatient. Just because you can't get a kill, sometimes you need to back away. It's okay to back away in a fight. Paid his life for it. Looks like we're breaking out here. Crossover taking shots on the outskirts of Pleasant Valley safe zone here against Fictionate. This is a cross field fight. You know, we're seeing both of these players kind of use the police car as a middle ground leverage here. We're going to be cycling through both these point of views. You know, Fictionate does have a makeshift body armor equipped. He is in a good spot. So does Crossover. Both of these players are at 100. Now, the thing is, Crossover does have PV to his back, so if he's not careful, he can get backstabbed. Fictionate is at the advantage in this fight. Looks like Fictionate did take the armor. He's going to be going for the rush. We're going to hit that over the third shoulder. He does not commit on the jump. He does not commit on the jump. He could get punished for this for sure. He loses his car. Boost is now taken out of the game. Crossover taking a shot, losing the body armor here. Crossover will be at advantage if Fictionate decides to push out into the open. Crossover losing his helmet. Fictionate feeling really, really confident. Another helmet gone by Crossover. Fictionate absolutely destroying people. Now receiving fire back. Crossover trying to use that opportunity to reposition himself here. Smoke grenades coming out, trying to stop Fictionate from being able to reposition. However, that's going to put Crossover in a bad spot here because he can get himself in a nade range. OG Halo 3 player taking out Lenara. You're going to step away from these guys. These guys are going to back away. JP2 coming off in the distance over here, right on side of this ledge. I need to slow myself down. JP2 is aware of the fight. Fictionate is determined. Still has a makeshift armor on. Grenade coming out onto Crossover's tree here. Crossover does make the retreat. Crossover knows he's at a disadvantage. He is trying to run, but he is quickly running himself out of cover. If Fictionate makes the move, gets in line of sight, he will be done for, but it doesn't look like Fictionate noticed the time, taking shots at crossover in the open, hitting the East North American strafe here, taking back Fictionate's armor. We're going to see if JP2 is coming in the distance. Looks like JP2 is trying to close the gap here. He is hanging out on the outside of PV. Crossover is going to make it out. Nightwalker in the distance, and Detect coming out of the city right now. Crossover is going to get rushed here by Detect. Detect in the middle of both players. Looks like he's just going to try to get himself out of the way. Looks like Detect could be going for the pinch here. Detect hitting shots. 1, 2, 3 on Crossover. Crossover now finding himself in a two-way pinch and is taken out of the game by Detect. Detect now taking over the fight, taking shots at Fictionate. Spirit Speed in the background here. Fictionate did lose his helmet, is now encompassed by gas, but it looks like he's going to be able to make it out of there. Detect might not be committing too much. Looks like he's going to go for a choke out. JP2 is going to be off in the distance in a 1v1 here between Nightwalker and JP2. JP2 being at a severe disadvantage. Smoke grenades coming out on the gas line here. You know, Nightwalker equipped with a 2-hit armor, full HP. Definitely going to be looking for an execution here on Luminosity Gaming's JP2. Nightwalker is looking for the Kobe. Throws it inside the smoke. JP2 is smart enough to back away from the fight. Looks like he's going to retreat and not commit to coming out of the gas on this point. Looks like we have Symphony and Shurima Wizard pretty close to a fight over here. Coming out north of Cranberry. Shurima Wizard is on foot. And Shurima Wizard is actually taken out of the game by Symphony. 4 perfect shots landed. Symphony, the body shot warrior. Well played to you, Sim. Sim is going to get a smoke grenade up. Loot Shurima Wizard. We got Fraction here taking shots at Jay Zerb, but looks like he's going to get shot from behind by Soar. Gabe is taking shots. Gabe did manage to connect a couple. It looks like he's going to back away. Roldan. Oh, no. Not Roldan. JP2 and Nightwalker. They are in a battle here. Going to get on JP2's cam. Does not affected by a Molotov. Still has an armor on. About full HP. Going to see if we can get a different angle on him. Nightwalker in close proximity for sure. Nightwalker trying to get nades out. Lands one on JP2, evens up the ground, and JP2 taken out of the game by Nightwalker's grenades. JP2 did manage to kamikaze Nightwalker's Jeep, will leave him hindered in the gas for a while. Fictionate being in relatively close distance. Kyreg off in the gas on his own. Measly and Chris FPS definitely in a close fight here with Disturbed Gaming. Gonna have to take a look over there, as well as COD Rush #1 and Tom Dez. Looks like we just missed it. Measly taking out Chris TV. Disturbed Gaming being off in the distance. Measly might not be aware of his presence just yet, but he's about to be. That is for sure. Disturbed Gaming coming out. Hide in the bush. Measly making shots. Disturbed Gaming is now aware of Measly's presence. Symphony picking up his second kill, taking out Calbran. Measly not aware of Disturbed Gaming's presence here, taking shots. Disturbed Gaming misses his opportunity. Measly hitting a body shot, taking his armor. Measly's just getting a free push right here, and Disturbed Gaming is just not even looking. Measly is definitely somebody you do not want to mess with. One of the best shots in the game. Definitely a revered member of the competitive community. Disturbed Gaming is going to have Measly right behind him here. This gas is going to be forcing both of these players out. It is definitely a stretch for them to go. They definitely underestimated where they needed to be. They might get punished for it. It's like we got a couple fights breaking out. A lot of people are spaced out here. QT Venom and Codrush being real close. Nightwalker finding himself getting out of the gas. Symphony, Measly, Disturbed. All these players are running. A lot of focus down in the south. We got Dropkid and Darren really close to each other. We're going to be taking a look at the next safe zone here and trying to see, you know, what our guy Jay Zerv is up to over here. Hujas J-Doc versus J-Zerv. Grenades are coming out. Both of these players are able to use the ridge. It looks like a nade's coming out. He's going to run for the ATV here. And the nade actually connects onto J-Zerv, bringing him down to 40 HP. Flashbang out. Looks like it does seem to connect. J-Zerv is using the opportunity to push up to the next ridge at 50 HP. Does not seem to connect. The shotgun blast to break off the armor. J-Zerv going for the full body spray. Does break the armor. Goes for the shoddy rush. Connects one shot. Connects two. J-Zerv taken out. Hujas. Well played on using the AR to finish off the body armor. Definitely a move to be made. Symphony. Hearing the shots, definitely aware of players being around him. He's going to hang out on the ridgeline and use what he can for now. Safe zone is not punishing for players in the center or on the west side of the map, but east is definitely going to be forced over the river or into the circle. Looks like we're going to have a lot of fights breaking out over here up in the north side of the circle. A lot of players are over here that are not loading. Where am I looking? Here we go. Okay. We got two warehouse campers. We got a, airport. A lot of people, a lot of fights coming out. Shots coming out between Cod Rush #1 and Miss Clutch 04. Miss Clutch taking shots. Cod Rush #1 not living up to his aim and is actually just running away. Does not want to get taken out of the game. Miss Clutch finding a car coming up behind. This could be bad. Hit registration is driving around. Definitely aware of Miss Clutch's positioning. Disturb Gaming actually takes out Measly, the two players we saw in the gas. Kyreg choking on toxic gas. Guess he's soaring his way back to the lobby for that one. Hit registration taking shots at Fictionit while Spirits is on his close proximity in the nearest tree line. I'm gonna take a look at Spirits, see what he can see. It looks like he's not gonna be taking shots. Does not have the best angle. Fictionit smoke grenade coming up here. Looks like he's just going to be hiding. Fiction is actually finding himself in a two-way pinch between Nightwalker and Hit Registration. Nightwalker has been doing very well in his fights. A keen use of throwables. Definitely focusing on a hyper use of frag grenades for positioning and finishing off his enemies. Two shots coming out from Nightwalker, landing on Fictionit, forcing him back into his smoke grenade. Miss Clutch going down to the distance to Fokita. Fictionit now retreating back into the safety of his smoke. More shots are breaking out. So many fights going on right here. Nightwalker in a 1v1 between Fictionit. Big K taking shots at Fictionit as well here, finding himself in a good position to take out both of these players. It gets absolutely destroyed. I'm gonna have to assume that that smoke grenade had gone down for Big K. Might have been a spectator issue, but Big K absolutely decimated Fictionit. Nightwalker now taking over Fictionit's body. He's like, hey, Big K, thanks for the loot, brother. I'm just gonna go in, try to get himself, some nades, do what he can. Big K is just gonna have to sit there and deal with it. Good play by Nightwalker. Okay, circle is definitely wrapping up. It looks like we're going to have a fight breaking out too on the side over here between Lemon Squeezy and Imperial Hall. Squeezy's going to be forced across the river. Imperial Hall kind of, landmarking him. Lindsay Bunny off in the distance as well. Getting a med kit up. A lot of these players hanging out in the forest here. Airport is going to be forced out soon. Fokita chasing Noble Spirits here. Spirits kind of finds himself in the open, ditches truck, loses his helmet, hits the ground, and absolutely gets destroyed by Tez FPS. That one hurt. Tez still on a roll here, taking shots, keeping up the momentum. Nightwalker off in the distance, driving his ATV, trying to avoid the bombs, plane going up above him. He's getting his smoke grenades and his frags and flashbangs ready. Big K is in his line of sight here. Nightwalker taking shots at Big K. Big K returning fire, losing his makeshift armor. Safe zone is now going to be forcing players into the southwest corner of the map. All of these players in the crescent are going to be forced into the small circle. Maxi with the center of the safe zone. Lindsay, Bunny, Gabe, a nameless Hoppybot dropped. So many players are going to be forced into the open. Big K especially. You know, Fokita, Big K, Detect, Tez. These guys need to have a vehicle to be able to migrate. Nightwalker's ATV is definitely in a lower condition than he would like, but it will get him into the safe zone. It's like Tez taking shots here. Fokita, he still does have his truck, and it will be an option. Tez is trying to get some loot. Nightwalker takes out Big K. Couldn't switch to the camera in time. I apologize. I missed the fight. But Nightwalker netting himself another kill. Really well played by Nightwalker this game. We got Darren dropped, Lindsay, Bunny, Maxi, all hanging out here. Darren finding himself in a fight with Prodigy Aces. Prodigy Aces actually pinch if Maxi decides to push over. Darren in a 1v1 with dropped off in the distance. Maxi is aware of the shot. Smoke grenades are out on Maxi. Prodigy taking him 2 fights at once here. Dropped, taken out of the game by a shotgun headshot. That has got to be unfortunate. Mikey Murda driving right through the smokes with his Kona. Loses his helmet to Maxi. Gets a new one on and is going to keep on trucking it through. Looks like Mikey is actually going to play the aggressor. I'm not sure he knows that Prodigy is off in the distance right there. If Prodigy does manage to peek this corner, this ledge, he will take out Mikey Murda. Prodigy is not facing the right direction. Still focused on his fight with Darren. Mikey just using a nice little cubby hole here to heal up. All right, all these players are going to be forced into the safe zone. Rhino Q has actually not moved at all. Now he moves. Rhino Q has been in G7 compound for the entire game. J-Zerv finding himself riding the gas line here with Define Legit. Imperial Hall taking out Tez FPS. Gabe going down. Where are all these fights? Oh my god. All right here against Detect. Detect is looking for the kill on Imperial Hall. Imperial Hall at a disadvantage here for sure, especially with gas moving in. Hall's throwing smoke grenades down, going to try to cover his run. Detect trying to get ahead of the gas line here. Nightwalker off in the distance as well. Detect does not see Nightwalker, loses his armor. Detect taking 2 shots as well to the flesh, finding himself at a disadvantage. Detect running out 2 HP into an occupied trailer cam. Nightwalker with the COD rush. Detect taken out of the game by Nightwalker. Prodigy Ace is taking out Darren. I'm not sure that Nightwalker actually knows that Hayes is in the other one with him. Lemon Squeezy taking shots by Hansen. Hansen hitting all the shots, finding Lemon Squeezy at 1 HP and counting with Da FPS in the background. Is Da going to be able to rotate onto this kill? Da pushes up here, hits the shot on Lemon Squeezy, and Imperial Hall actually takes out Hansen in the background. Hit registration coming out of the gas as well. This is such a clusterfuck. Imperial Hall 2 HP and counting, finding himself in smoke grenades. Actually manages to live. Nightwalker clearing out the trailer with Apex Haze. Imperial Hall right next to hit registration. I don't think either of these players are next to know that they are next to each other. Imperial Hall at a disadvantage. His smoke grenades are going to be coming down in 20 seconds. He is not going to be ready to find an opponent standing next to him. Gas grenade coming out. It's going to force Imperial backwards right into hit registration. What a turn of events. He doesn't see him. Hit registration takes out Imperial Hall. Nightwalker pushes up onto the open road. Molotov in hand, gets the AR out, hits hit registration with the full spray and takes him out of the game. Nightwalker picking up his kill, definitely looking for a win this game, hitting the East North American strafe, trying to dodge as many shots as he can. Rhino Q off in the distance here on the gas line, taking shots at Nightwalker. Da FPS behind him, and Hoppybot as well, finding himself at a low HP. Hoppybot Hoppybot taken out of the game by Maxi. 13 players remaining. Nightwalker and Rhino Q in a sticky situation. Zinko taking shots at Hoppybot as well. Safe zone is going to be on Maxi again. FPS, Nightwalker, Rhino Q, Lindsay Bunny finding herself off in the distance. We have a three-way going on between Symphony, Mikey Murda, and Shooter McGavin here, all hanging out in the distance. So many fights breaking out. Roughsarn, Mixies, Prodigy Ace is still hanging out. Airdrop close by. Roughsarn, Zinko here in a three-way fight. Roughsarn taken out of the game. Zinko taking shots from behind from Da. Da looks like he's going to go for the COD Rush FPS Call of Duty player. He actually stops, gets the Molotov in hand. Zinko's going to be taken out of the game by, oh my God, a turn of events. Da FPS 2-tapped by Zinko. Zinko relieving the pressure from his behind, and he's going to be able to heal up here, finding himself a little pocket. This is going to be a tough one. Maxi is in close proximity of him. This is just like Fight for the Crown all over again. Players are shooting themselves in the back. Teams are suiciding. Everybody's dying. Good God. We're about to hit the top 10. Maxi in a fight over there with Jazer. Firing shots, taking his armor off. Maxi taking a body shot to the flesh. Rhino Q Nightwalker in close proximity. So many players. Maxi finding himself in the open. Looks like center is not looking too good. Jazer pushes up, takes out Maxi. We are officially in the top 10 of Champions Arena Game 1. Nightwalker taking shots. Rhino Q switching positions. Prodigy Ace is taking out Mikey Murda across the map, losing himself in that truck. Aces, Shooter McGavin, Lindsay Bunny. Looks like we have quite the top 10 here. Symphony as well. Prodigy Ace, Shooter McGavin, Rhino Q, Mixies, Lindsay Bunny, Jazer, Toady, aka Nightwalker, and Zinko are alive. Chat, place your bets. Who do you guys think is going to win? Nightwalker has absolutely been going off this game. Jazer finding himself here in a three-way pinch. He's going to have to play this card right. Safe zone is now moving in. Lindsay Bunny coming off in the distance. Nightwalker finding himself taking shots into Jazer's smoke. Got to be careful though. Lindsay Bunny and Shooter McGavin are in close proximity here. Looks like we got a fight breaking out. Lindsay Bunny finding herself at 50 HP. Shooter McGavin taking shots from Nightwalker here. Lindsay Bunny at his right. Definitely a dangerous spot to heal, especially if Lindsay notices. Like Lindsay is pushing up. Definitely decked out. Jazer taken out of the game. Shooter McGavin trying to make a run for it. Symphony off in the distance here. Jazer finding himself in a sticky situation for sure. Pushing towards Zinko here. Smoke grenades coming out. So many players alive. So many players fighting. Prodigy Ace is finding himself in the open with Symphony in the distance. Looks like we have a fight breaking out here between Lindsay Bunny, Shooter McGavin. Nades coming out. Lindsay is using the time to push forward onto Shooter McGavin. Shooter does have a laminated body armor. Shooter McGavin trying to retreat. Shots are still coming out. Nightwalker has not stopped shooting this game. And it shows. He has so many kills on the board. Flashbang coming out. Does not connect. Lindsay Bunny in the open. Taking off Shooter McGavin's 2-hit. Well played by Lindsay. Definitely turning the fight more in her favor here. 8 players remaining. Zinko taking shots down here by Jazer. Looks like Symphony's also taking shots at Prodigy Aces. Zinko is now gassed from Rhino Q here. Symphony in a 1v1 here with Prodigy Aces. Both of these players do have line of sight to their advantage. Shooter McGavin and Lindsay Bunny still off in their 1v1 as well. So many 1v1s going on in the map. Safe zone is going to be on Zinko and Rhino Q. That's the sirens, guys. Gas is going to be moving. Prodigy Ace is being in the worst position right now for the safe zone and on foot. He's going to have to make a run for it. Symphony already closing the gap as well as he can to get into the safe zone. Aces is definitely going to be hit by gas damage here. Lindsay Bunny pushing up. Nightwalker in the cabin. Shooter McGavin taken down to 50% HP from Rhino Q. Rhino Q is going to be in between 2 different players. Smoke grenades coming out. This is about to break out into such a crazy, crazy ending here. Look at all the smoke grenades coming out from competitive players here. So many people are throwing these things. Prodigy Aces did manage to make it into the safe zone at a relatively full HP. All the players now are healing up. Nightwalker is going to be forced out of his trailer. So many players are fighting. Shooter McGavin taking shots down here at Rhino Q. Nightwalker is going to be running out with his police car here. It's definitely a bold move in such a circle. He's not going to be able to find somewhere to go. Jumps out on Rhino Q. Takes shots. Rhino Q has not taken any return shots. Hits the spray. Nightwalker's going to go down. Unfortunate positioning right there. Zinko taken out of the game by Prodigy Aces here. 5 players remaining. Shooter McGavin, Rhino Q, Prodigy Aces, Symphony, and Lindsay Bunny. Lindsay finding himself taking shots at Symphony. Symphony with the hot Enos. Takes Lindsay's armor. Shooter McGavin and now helping Lindsay Bunny in a 1v2 against Symphony. He is in a tricky spot, but Aces from the side taking out Lindsay Bunny. Symphony's like, nah, that's my kill. Rhino Q taking out Shooter McGavin with the pinch. Symphony finding himself between Rhino Q and Prodigy Aces here. Aces with no cover, but Symphony down to 50% HP. Rhino Q at full HP with the advantage here. Safe zone is in Rhino's favor and not in Ace's favor. Again, Symphony's going to be going down here with the pinch, and it looks like we're going to be having a 1v1 between Prodigy Aces and Rhino Q. This has been quite the game, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely incensed. If you guys think Rhino Q is going to take this game, type Rhino Q in the chat. If you guys think Ace is going to be taking the game, definitely get it in the chat now. Cast your vote. Cast your vote. Rhino Q definitely at the advantage here. He has a ledge to work with. Aces has to push up into the safe zone. From a competitive standpoint, it looks like Rhino has a superior positioning and advantage, but Aces does have some pretty raw aim. So we'll have to see how this fight breaks out, guys. And there's the sirens, ladies and gentlemen. Pre-meds are rolling. Pre-meds are rolling. There we go. Ace is being forced up into the open. Rhino already taking shots here. Looks like Aces loses his armor here. He's going to be pushing up. Rhino Q throwing frags out right away. Nades coming out. Connected onto Aces down to 50% HP. Ace is going to be forced out here for sure. Grenade coming out on top of Aces. Does not seem to connect. Rhino even went for the backflip. Ace is trying to use the line of sight as long as he can. Rhino Q gonna come up using the ledge to his advantage here. Rhino Q taking shots. Grenade coming out again. Taking shots. Perfect maneuvering by Rhino. Has not taken a shot yet. Loses his helmet. Gonna put that one back on. He's gonna go for the full spray. Does not have a body armor. And Rhino Q is taking home game 1, baby. Boom. Let's go. Can I get some GGs in the chat for Champions Arena game 1? Woo!